KDB Sports and Entertainment, knocking down another video, man. Do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe for you, boy. Now, I want to weigh in on this Keyshawn Davis fiasco that took place over the weekend on that card that he was supposed to headline. Now, first of all, shout out to Abdullah Mason, man. Abdullah Mason went in there and did his thing, showed his skills, showed his class, and how he conducted himself, like a constant professional. His ring interview was spot on, and all around he stole the show from Keyshawn. Keyshawn gave it up to Abdullah Mason. And shout out to him, shout out to his father for raising a productive young man, a young man that knows how to act, first of all, and be a professional. Now, meanwhile, you got your boy Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis misses weight, misses weight on purpose. He almost missed it by 5 pounds, which, indicates that he did it on purpose to try to gain the edge. And when De Los Santos was smart, he said, look, I'm not fighting this guy. I know what he's trying to do. No fight. He still gets paid either way, which was smart. That was smart on his part. So now Keyshawn's left out in the dust looking like a clown. And then on top of that, his fans demanded a refund, I heard, which rightfully so. I don't blame him. So there he's losing fans. He calls himself the businessman, but he's conducting bad business by being unprofessional. So, with all that being said, his older brother fights a guy named Albright, I think the guy he fought last year, and gets beat. Got beat fair and square. Albright put hands on him. He pressured him. He landed the cleaner shots. He hurt, Keyshawn's brother multiple times, and he won the fight fair and square. So these guys pull up on him in the locker room and try to jump on him. And I heard allegedly that Keyshawn headbutted Albright, and they try to jump him. You want to talk about sore losers, man? Sore losers. And then there's another. They got that on video. Altercation to where I guess Albright's brothers or brother sees Keyshawn, and then Keyshawn tries to jump on him. And to make it, worse than it already is, Keyshawn had his child there. He had his son. I think that's his son. They're in the stroller with all that going on, bro. Now I'm like, look, I'm just gonna say this, man. This is why fathers are very, very important, man. Because you have these type of guys that grow up like this. They're overly emotional. They don't know how to conflict resolution. They don't know how to stop and think. You know, they make irrational decisions, emotional decisions. See, that comes from not being trained and corrected by men. See, and we can tell that Keyshawn didn't have his father. None of them did. Because he said it as well in a line that he was doing when he was trying to go in on Bill Haney and Devin Haney, and you can see the jealousy and the vitriol that he has towards them. And you can tell that when he was going on that little spiel talking about Bill, we don't need fire, we don't need that. We don't know what that is. You can hear the pain in his voice. And I know it's painful, bro. It's painful. But at the same time, bro, you have to have the intelligence. You have to have the critical thinking skills to, stop and say, look, how can I correct this behavior? How can I correct what my father dropped the ball at? Since now that I'm a father, you are a father now, so you should want to be different. And with that being said, why not go and get game from Bill? I'm pretty sure Bill would take you under his wing, all you young brothers under his wing, and give you game. But you can't you can't let your jealousy and hatred go because Devin has Bill. You gotta let that go. You can't hate on the next man, bro. Like these dudes, but like I see it even in my personal life, bro. I see these guys, man. They just hate on the guys that have fathers, man. Like you can't do that, bro. Instead of being intelligent, instead of being smart, and say, hey, man, you think your pops will, give me some game on, certain things. Instead of doing that, in correcting where your father messed up, you just rather sit back and hate, man. And I just never understood that. I never understood that, man. But now everybody's the same. Not everybody can critically think. That everybody has the intelligence to sit back and see the big picture and see what, the mistakes of, their fathers and forefathers and foremothers and try to correct that. See, not everybody has that insight. But yeah, man, it was all around. It was embarrassing. Like it was on ESPN. Of course, ESPN is going to run stories about it. They love those type of stories. You know, you know, Keyshawn Davis, his stock dropped even more. His fans probably gonna turn on him. You know, they're like, look, man, they wanted their money back, and I don't blame him. Like I said, in the business, man, it just looks like he's going out of business, in my opinion. But yeah, all the way around, that was just a bad look. It was his time to shine, but he allowed Abdullah Mason to take the spotlight from him, and I'm glad. Shout out to Abdullah Mason. Keyshawn needs to get some help, bro. They need to get some therapy or something, man. Like, Keyshawn, you're a father now, bro. Like, you can't keep running around conducting yourself like that. You missed out on the payday. You know what I'm saying? This is going to hurt your paydays in the future. Just all around bad, man. But anyway, that's all I got to say about this, man. It's just embarrassing, man. Keyshawn is, man, whatever, man. It's your man, KDB Sports and Entertainment, and I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.